Leeds fans, stop scrolling right now. Elland Road just erupted with breaking news, and one fact is already on the table. 15 chances created. A left-back dominating Premier League stats. Daniel Farke's tactical nightmare exposed by the numbers, and Fabrizio Romano just dropped a transfer bombshell that has the dressing room buzzing. Insiders warned us over the weekend. And here's the first payoff. That 15 chances created figure? It's a stat bettered by fewer than 3% of defenders across Europe's top 5 leagues. If you bleed Leeds white more than you hate Manchester United, hit like and subscribe right now. We start with the summer signing who's been elite but somehow invisible to the media. Stay locked, there's a double cliffhanger at the end. Midnight at Thorpe Arch. Analysts reviewing footage. One defender's name kept appearing on every single performance metric. Yet outside Yorkshire, silence. The identity? Someone who arrived quietly from League One. Someone whose numbers are now embarrassing half the Premier League. The name? Gabriel Gudmundsson. And here's why Leeds just pulled off the transfer heist of the summer. Gudmundsson wasn't a marquee signing when he left Lille. No fanfare, no social media meltdown, just quiet business. But look at what Daniel Farke unlocked. 15 chances created this season, 16 successful crosses, 20 completed dribbles. That dribbling stat? Bettered by only 2.7% of Premier League defenders. 2.7, when Reece James, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Pedro Porro are the only defenders in your statistical bracket. You're doing something exceptional. Now add this, 85 duels won so far this campaign. A figure bettered by only 5.4% of defenders across the entire league. The 26-year-old Swede isn't just defending, he's dominating transition moments. Every time Leeds break, Gudmundsson is the trigger. Junior Firpo was excellent in the Championship, beloved at Elland Road, but the Premier League exposed his limitations. Leeds needed an upgrade, and Gudmundsson delivered immediately. He's crucial at both ends of the pitch, yet the mainstream media refuses to give him credit. Why? Because he plays for a newly promoted side fighting relegation, and narratives don't sell unless you're at a top 6 club. But here's where it gets fascinating. Even after an own goal against Fulham in September, a mistake that cost Leeds the match, Daniel Farke refused to criticize him. Instead, Farke said this: "He needs an arm around his shoulder and no words. He was excellent today, with an excellent performance. He was so crucial for our game, a top performance. He doesn't need any criticism." That's not just man management. That's protection. Farke knows what he has. A left back who can defend, attack, create, and drive forward in transition. The kind of profile that gets you scouted by Champions League clubs within 18 months. Do you think Gabriel Gudmundsson is one of the most underrated signings in the Premier League this season? Drop your answer below. And if you believe he deserves more recognition, smash that like button and let Arsenal fans know who really got the best left back this summer. But as crucial as Gudmundsson has been going forward, there's a massive problem at the other end of the pitch. A defensive trend so alarming that Leeds are now the worst team in Europe's top 5 leagues for one specific stat. Stay locked. Halftime whistle blows. Players walk down the tunnel. Farke delivers his team talk. Players return to the pitch. And within 5 minutes, the net bulges again. It happened against Arsenal. It happened against Aston Villa. And it happened against Liverpool on Saturday when Hugo Ekitike scored twice after the restart. The pattern? 5 goals conceded in the first 5 minutes of the second half this season. And here's the part that should terrify every Leeds fan. That's 2 more than any other team across Europe's top 5 leagues. England, Spain, Germany, Italy, France. Leeds are the worst. Daniel Farke has a tactical system that works. The 3-5-2 has brought results against Chelsea and Liverpool, secured crucial points, and kept Leeds in touching distance of safety. But something is fundamentally broken in the dressing room at halftime. Against Liverpool, Joe Rodon's woeful pass gifted Ekitike his first goal just 4 minutes after the restart. Poor concentration, sloppy execution, and a striker who never looked like missing. That's Premier League football. One mistake, one goal, one step closer to relegation. Compare that to last season in the Championship. 30 goals conceded across the entire campaign. This season in the top flight, Leeds have already been punished repeatedly for defensive lapses that simply wouldn't happen in the second tier. The intensity is higher, the margins are thinner, and every error gets exposed immediately. So what's actually happening in that dressing room? Supporters are confused. What is Farke saying during those 15 minutes? Because whatever motivational methods he's using, they're not working. The 49ers ownership group are actively scouting potential replacements, and all it takes is 2 bad results to put Farke right back in the firing line. The upcoming fixtures tell the story. Brentford, Crystal Palace, Sunderland in the FA Cup. Those 3 matches could define Leeds' entire season. Fundamentally, this boils down to lapses in concentration. Ekitike's goals weren't the result of tactical brilliance from Liverpool, they were gifts. And here's the uncomfortable truth. It feels as if Farke's words don't carry the weight they should. Leeds have mounted comebacks this season, but they've been driven by the terrific support from the Elland Road crowd, not by what's being said inside the dressing room. That 3-3 draw against Liverpool, Autonika's dramatic equalizer sent the stadium into euphoria, and that energy pulled Leeds level. But relying on fan momentum isn't sustainable over a 38-game season. Do you think Daniel Farke can fix this defensive fragility, or is it a deeper problem with player mentality? Comment your honest take below. And if you believe Leeds need to address this immediately or risk relegation, hit like and make sure Manchester City fans see that survival mentality separates promoted clubs from relegated ones. But while Farke battles defensive chaos, the recruitment team just made an approach for a player who could transform Leeds' attack. A Croatian wonderkid, comparisons to Luka Modric, and Fabrizio Romano with the exclusive. Fabrizio Romano doesn't drop names unless the interest is real. Over the weekend, the transfer oracle confirmed it. Leeds United made an official approach to Como for Martin Baturina, the 21-year-old Croatian attacking midfielder. The player Leeds had a £25 million bid accepted for at the end of the 2024 summer window. The talent, who's been compared to Luka Modric since he was 17, Baturina joined Como in the summer for £21 million, a sizable investment from the Serie A side. But here's the twist. He's barely playing, just 1 start in Serie A this season, and that came in a 5-1 demolition of Torino where he scored. The reason? Nico Paz, the former Real Madrid playmaker, is keeping him on the bench. Como are flying. Paz is in form, and Baturina is stuck watching from the sidelines. For a player of his quality, that's unsustainable. Leeds see the opportunity. A young, technical midfielder with elite vision, press resistance, and creativity. Exactly the profile Daniel Farke needs to unlock stubborn Premier League defenses. The 49ers made the approach, but Como and Baturina turned it down. Hardly surprising, he only just moved to Italy 6 months ago, and walking away after half a season would look impulsive. But Leeds fans aren't giving up. Social media erupted after Romano's update. One supporter posted, "OMG please Leeds, just get it done." Another called the move very interesting, while others flooded timelines with please and class on FM. The belief is there. When Dinamo Zagreb accepted that £25 million bid in 2024, Leeds were this close to signing him before the deal collapsed. Now he's at Como, struggling for minutes, and potentially open to a move if the right project presents itself. Baturina recently addressed comparisons to Modric. "I don't think there will ever be another Modric. We have different styles, but I probably share some qualities. That's why people make the comparison. Humble, self-aware, and realistic about his development. That's the mentality Leeds need. But there are obstacles. Some supporters identified the PSR issues. We need to make room. Others pointed out, they've only just signed him. Como invested heavily, and they're not going to let him walk after 6 months unless a significant offer arrives. And that's where January becomes fascinating. Leeds need creativity. Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Lukas Nemicha both have 4 goals. But the service isn't consistent. Baturina would change that immediately. Imagine this. Gudmundsson bombing forward on the left, Baturina threading through balls from the number 10 position, and Calvert-Lewin attacking crosses in the box. That's a system built for survival and potentially more. Do you think Leeds should go all in for Martin Baturina in January? Or should they prioritize other areas? Drop your transfer priority below, and if you believe signing Baturina would be the statement move that changes Leeds' season, smash like and let Nottingham Forest fans know who's building the better project. But here's where it gets complicated. Como will demand a premium. Leeds have PSR concerns, and if Baturina arrives, someone loses their place. Who gets dropped? What does that do to morale? That answer drops in the next 72 hours. 3 stories. 1 reality. Gabriel Gudmundsson proving he's one of the Premier League's most underrated signings. Daniel Farke's defensive nightmare making Leeds the worst team in Europe for conceding after half-time. And Fabrizio Romano confirming Leeds' approach for Martin Batterina. This is the exact moment where Leeds United's season gets deafened. Gudmundsson gives Leeds elite transition play. 15 chances created, 85 duels won. If Farke fixes the halftime concentration issues, this team survives. 4 wins, 3 draws, 8 losses, 15 points from 15 games. The margins are tinny. 2 more wins before Christmas, and Leeds are safe. 2 more defeats, and Farke is gone. And then there's Batterina, the Croatian wonderkid who could transform Leeds' attack. Como turned down the approach, but January is long. Here's what I need from every Leeds fan. 1. Smash like if Gudmundsson deserves recognition. 2. Comment your prediction. Does Farke keep Leeds up? 3. Subscribe and make Manchester United fans furious. But here's the cliff. The 49ers are monitoring Farke's next 3 results. Lose 2, and he's sacked. Plus, a senior player called a meeting after Liverpool. No coaches, just players. What was said could galvanize this squad or expose cracks. That story drops next. And Nottingham Forest are targeting Batterina too. Which club moves first? Marching on together. Hit subscribe, and let's make the Premier League bleed white. See you in the next war.